Buying a used car can feel like walking through a minefield. One wrong choice, and suddenly that great deal you found turns into endless repair bills, tow truck rides, and late-night Google searches for cheap mechanics. It's not just frustrating, it can completely drain your wallet. But here's the good news. Not every budget car is a ticking time bomb. In fact, some of the smartest buys on the used market cost less than $5,000 and just keep going year after year. Cars so underrated that most people scroll right past them, while the owners quietly rack up hundreds of thousands of miles without breaking a sweat. And here's where it gets interesting. One of the cars on this list was literally built to Lexus standards of comfort and quality, yet today, you can pick it up for less than the price of a used iPhone. So if you've ever wondered which budget cars are actually worth trusting with your hard-earned money, stick around. Because the next few minutes could save you from wasting thousands and maybe even reveal your next ride. Luxury cars have a reputation for draining wallets. The repairs, the electrical issues, the surprise $2,000 bill for something as simple as a sensor, it's enough to make most people swear them off for good. But what if I told you there's one luxury sedan that flips that stereotype on its head? Enter the Lincoln MKZ from the early 2010s. This is the car that proves not all luxury vehicles are nightmares. Under the hood, you get a strong 3.5-liter V6 engine with more than enough punch for highway cruising, yet without the fragile complexity you'd find in German sedans. Translation? You get the performance without the panic attacks every time a warning light pops up. Step inside, and the MKZ feels every bit like a high-end ride. We're talking leather seats, heating and cooling up front, a premium sound system, and build quality that still holds up more than a decade later. Owners consistently report that it feels like driving a luxury car, without paying luxury money every time something needs fixing. And here's the kicker. Average annual repair costs hover around just $500. Compare that to the thousands you'd easily spend keeping a BMW or Audi on the road, and suddenly the MKZ looks like one of the smartest hidden gems on the used market. Sure, a few owners have mentioned minor transmission hesitation or the occasional steering fluid leak, but here's the thing. These issues are rare, inexpensive to fix, and nothing compared to the horror stories luxury owners usually deal with. So if you've ever dreamed of slipping behind the wheel of a feature-packed luxury sedan, but didn't want to gamble your savings account, the Lincoln MKZ shows you can have comfort, style, and peace of mind all for under $5,000. But maybe you're not looking for comfort or style. Maybe you just want the safest bet of all time, the one car that's been bulletproof for decades. What if I told you there's a Toyota out there that feels every bit like a Lexus, but you can buy it today for the price of a secondhand smartphone? Sounds impossible, right? But that's exactly what the early 2000s Toyota Avalon delivers. From the outside, the Avalon might not scream luxury. It's understated, almost invisible on the road. But slide inside, and suddenly you realize this car was built with Lexus DNA. A whisper-quiet cabin, buttery smooth ride quality, and a cabin so spacious it feels like you've accidentally stepped into first class. Long drives? Effortless. City traffic? Surprisingly comfortable. Now here's where it gets even better. Under the hood sits Toyota's legendary 3.0-liter V6 engine, an absolute workhorse known for crossing 250,000 miles with nothing more than basic maintenance. Pair that with a simple, bulletproof 4-speed automatic transmission, and you've got a powertrain that's practically indestructible. And while luxury cars usually bleed you dry with repair bills, the Avalon laughs at that stereotype. Annual maintenance costs? Around $460 on average, cheaper than many compact cars, and a fraction of what you'd spend on a European luxury sedan of the same era. Sure, a few early models suffered from cracked dashboards or worn suspension parts, but here's the thing, those fixes are cheap. They don't even come close to the nightmare bills you'd face with a BMW or a Mercedes from the same years. That's why so many owners call the Avalon a Lexus in disguise. It has the comfort, the durability, and the refinement, but none of the financial headaches. For anyone hunting for a hidden gem in the used car world, this is the definition of an underrated bargain. But let's be real, not everyone wants a big sedan. So what if you need something smaller, more practical, and shockingly versatile? Well, the next car on this list may look tiny, but trust me, it's a giant in disguise. This one's no surprise, but there's a reason the Toyota Camry is absolutely everywhere. Drive through any neighborhood, and you're almost guaranteed to spot one parked in a driveway or cruising down the street. And that's not an accident. The early 2000s Camry has built a reputation as one of the most bulletproof sedans ever made. The 2002 to 2006 models, in particular, are the sweet spot. Under the hood, you'll find Toyota's legendary 2.4-liter four-cylinder engine. It's chain-driven, which means you don't have to worry about expensive timing belt replacements. With regular oil changes, it's not unusual for these engines to push well past 200,000 miles, and many owners will tell you that's just the warm-up stage. Here's the best part. Keeping a Camry on the road costs less than you think. Average annual repair bills come in under $400, which is cheaper than a lot of compact cars, despite the Camry being bigger, safer, and more comfortable. And because Toyota built millions of them, replacement parts are everywhere, cheap, easy to find, and quick to fix. Beyond the mechanics, the Camry is simply a stress-free car to live with. It delivers a smooth, quiet ride, fuel economy around 30 miles per gallon on the highway, and interiors that, while simple, age far better than you'd expect. Sure, a few early models had minor issues like oil seepage or worn oxygen sensors, but those are one-time, inexpensive fixes that don't even scratch its long-term dependability. And that's why the Camry has become the go-to choice for families, commuters, and even rideshare drivers. It just works. Year after year, mile after mile, with no drama. And here's the bigger picture. These 5 cars aren't just reliable rides. They're survival machines. Each one proves you don't need to gamble with your money or your peace of mind. Here's a Toyota Corolla that doesn't wear a Toyota badge. Sounds strange, but that's exactly what the Pontiac vibe is. A secret gem disguised as an American hatchback. Built as a joint project between General Motors and Toyota, the Vibe is basically a rebadged Toyota Matrix, which means you're getting Toyota's legendary engineering known for longevity and reliability, without the Toyota badge. Under the hood sits the same 1.8-liter four-cylinder engine found in the Corolla, capable of cruising past 200,000 miles with just routine maintenance. Fuel economy is impressive too, with highway numbers often hitting 35 to 38 miles per gallon, making it both practical and economical for daily driving. The Vibe surprises again with its versatility. A roomy hatchback design, flat-folding rear seats, and even an available 110V household outlet, features rarely seen in compact cars from that era. Some models also came with optional all-wheel drive, giving you extra traction in snow or rain without sacrificing the Vibe's proven reliability. Maintenance and repair costs are low, averaging around $400 per year, thanks to shared Toyota parts and widespread availability. Sure, some early 2003 models had minor transmission noise, but these were quickly addressed, and later models are virtually bulletproof. If you're hunting for Toyota-level dependability without paying Toyota prices, the Pontiac Vibe is an underrated champion that combines efficiency, practicality, and reliability in one affordable package. But what if your priority isn't cargo space or practicality? What if you crave luxury, without the heart-stopping repair bills that usually come with it? That's where our next pick steps in. It looks small, but wait until you see how much it can swallow. The Honda Fit may be a compact hatchback, but it's a tiny powerhouse of practicality and reliability. This is the car that proves good things really do come in small packages. Under the hood, the Fit sports a 1.5-liter four-cylinder engine, small in size, but massive in durability. With routine maintenance, many examples run well past 200,000 miles. And unlike some cars in this price range, it uses a timing chain instead of a belt, so you can forget those expensive replacements that sneak up on you with other vehicles. What really sets the Fit apart is its ingenious magic seat system. The rear seats can fold flat or flip up, giving you multiple cargo configurations and up to 57.3 cubic feet of storage, more than some midsize SUVs. Whether it's groceries, bicycles, or even small furniture, the Fit adapts to your lifestyle like a tiny transformer on wheels. Fuel economy is another win, averaging around 33 miles per gallon combined, making it one of the most efficient budget cars under $5,000. And maintenance? Owners report average annual costs of just $390, far less than most sedans and even some compact SUVs. Sure, early models had minor issues with ignition coils or power steering, but these are inexpensive fixes that don't detract from the car's long-term dependability. If you want a small, affordable ride that drives like new, costs next to nothing to keep on the road, and offers cargo space that rivals bigger vehicles, the Honda Fit punches way above its weight. But maybe practicality isn't enough for you. Maybe you want Toyota-level reliability without paying Toyota prices. That's where our next pick, the rebadged Secret, comes into play. These 5 cars prove something important. You don't need to gamble on junk, and you certainly don't have to empty your wallet to drive something reliable. From the understated luxury of the Toyota Avalon to the tiny but mighty Honda Fit, the rebadged Pontiac Vibe, the surprisingly affordable Lincoln MKZ, and the bulletproof Toyota Camry. Each one shows that smart choices can save you thousands while keeping you worry-free on the road. Now it's your turn. Drop your most reliable car in the comments. Did it make our list, or is there a hidden gem out there that deserves the spotlight in our next video? We'd love to hear your stories. And here's a little teaser for what's coming next. In our upcoming video, we're exposing the cars that could bankrupt you if you buy them used. You won't want to miss it.